All right, welcome hockey fans. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Welcome to our Tuesday night matchup. Waconia Wildcats hosting the Minnetonka Skippers. The teams have met once this year. Waconia came out on top. I believe it was the second game of the season. Waconia beat Minnetonka at Minnetonka, and those aren't words that you hear said out loud very often. Waconia actually ahead of Minnetonka in the district rankings. I believe Waconia is ranked number 3 with a 4-5 record. Minnetonka towards the bottom of the district, and first time in a long time, I'd say, but with a 2-6 record. Could just be a young year for the Skippers, typically one of the better teams in the state. Just the caliber of play in District 6, where Waconia plays out of, and Minnetonka, too, has just gotten that strong. A lot of good hockey. About 40 seconds left on the clock for warm-ups, and we'll get started here. All right, we got 15 minutes on the clock. We're just about ready to go. Waconia versus Minnetonka, Part 2. Thank you very much. Thanks for tuning in. We got fans. We got subscribers. All right, Waconia Wildcats are red. Okay, now they're green. Now we're good. I think we're streaming. All right, Minnetonka in the Waconia zone. Face off. Nora Puckner on the draw. Wins it to Mia Bottoms. Bottoms works behind the Waconia net. Met at the boards by a couple blue jerseys. Here comes Minnetonka. Puckner helping out below the goal line. Here comes number 10, Nora Puckner. Puck poke checked away to the wall. Puckner plays it ahead to DeWolf. DeWolf will play that out in the neutral zone. Here comes Minnetonka. Zone entry. Player will veer off. Nice one picks it up. Pass off the back wall to Bottoms. Bottoms to DeWolf. Puck got caught in Puckner's feet, back into the zone. Mia Bottoms. Bottoms stays with it, crosses the red line. Cuts to the middle. Runs into some traffic. Puckner stays in on the play. Alex Schuler steps in to support. Puck is played to Taylor DeWolf. DeWolf gets a stick on it momentarily. And the Skippers are going to ice. 13-12 remaining in the first period. Wildcats change up their forwards. We'll have, looks like Lucy Miller taking the draw. Ella Schuler at wing with Alexa Jensen on her opposite. We have Amelia Spring and Kira Radford at D. Let's see what Miller can do on this draw for Waconia. Wins it back to Spring. Spring is going to have to cross the blue line back in the neutral zone territory. Cross ice pass to Radford. Radford has to come back for it. Pass is going to bounce off the wall. Ricocheted back in down below the goal line. Spring makes a play on it. Has two blue jerseys to contend with. Miller and Radford fighting for possession. Puck is played below the goal line. Tonka trying to spin up an offensive chance early in the first period. Spring gets a puck on it. Miller picks up the loose change, and she's off to the races. Lucy Miller driving wide. Works behind the net. It's hung up. Has Schuler stepping into support. Schuler chips it to Jensen. Jensen stays on the attack. It's upended. Shot by Miller. Caught a stick. Popped over the net. Ella Schuler on the touch. Has Jensen in the slot. Opts to skate up the wall. Use it for Nystrom. Nystrom, nice stick handling. Steps to the top of the circle. Shot. Glove save. Forwards change up for Waconia. We'll have Reese Rayfeld taking the draw with Avery Derringer and Brenna Seni at wings. Selena Nystrom and Mia Bottoms at D. Draw goes to the Skippers. They work behind their net. Defenseman sidesteps Seni. As Derringer stepping in to help. Puck's going to play into the Waconia end. Nystrom on her backhand to her forehand. Pushes down below the goal line. She's going to ring that one around the wall to Derringer. Derringer got a touch. Minnetonka shot. Saved. Nystrom breaks the puck out herself. She crosses the red line. Cuts the middle. Loose puck. Played to the sidewall. Rayfeld tried to play the puck deep. Minnetonka intercepted. Seni's going to give chase. Breakout pass by Tonka's off the wall. That's on Radford's tape. Radford will pass to Seni. Seni turns to the net. Ridden off to the wall. Nora Puckner coming in to start her shift. Puck is played out through the neutral zone. And Radford and Spring will go back to retrieve, but it'll make its way all the way down. Be icing on the Skippers. 11:01 left in the first period. All zeros so far here in Waconia. Nora Puckner on the draw for the Wildcats. Face off one to the wall, had Alex Schuler. Puck's going to play down into the Waconia end. Going to have another ice. Puckner has Schuler and DeWolf on her wings. Spring and Radford at D. Puck drops off of Schuler's skate. Run around the wall by the defenseman for Minnetonka. DeWolf meets it at the hash marks. Minnetonka able to gain possession. Cross into Wildcat territory. Good stick by Kira Radford. Puck's going to play to the net front. Picked up by Amelia Spring. And forehand to backhand move to get that out in the neutral zone. Alex Schuler gives chase. Poke check by Taylor DeWolf. Puck still finds its way on a Tonka stick. Tonka drives wide. Shot from the goal line. Saved by Rosine. Played into the high slot. Minnetonka's holding possession. Puck cleared out of the zone by Bottoms. Tonka on the regroup. They will dump. Rosine makes the save. She plays it to Nystrom. Nystrom looks up ice. She's going to play that off the wall to Miller. Lucy Miller all behind the defense. Shot. Stick saved. Rebound picked up by Schuler. Wildcats are still going. Schuler spins away from traffic. Jensen behind the net. Pass off the wall to Nystrom. One-timer. Puck got tipped by Minnetonka. On net. Miller was there too. 9:30 remaining in the first period. Wildcats getting a couple of quality looks. Waconia will stay with the Miller line. Puck drops. Miller wins it back to Nystrom. Nystrom turns and shoots. Pad save. Skated away from danger by the Minnetonka defense. Puck is held in by Nystrom. Nystrom rings low to Miller. Miller plays it up the wall to Bottoms. Bottoms with a shot, partially blocked. Miller backhand pass, chance for Schuler, shot, save. Goalie just got enough of the glove on it. Let's see if this next group of Wildcats can keep the pressure on and break the seal on this game. Of Reese Rayfeld, Avery Derringer, and Brenna Senni forwards. Amelia Spring and Kira Radford defensemen. Puck drops, won by Minnetonka. Reverse behind the net, whole lot of traffic. The game possession, pass off the boards is going to allow them to get out of the zone. Wildcats quick on the regroup though. Puck is played below the goal line. Picked up by Tonka. Cycle to the D. Shot. Partially blocked. Didn't find its way onto the net, but there's a couple blue jerseys in the high slot. Puck deflects off a Spring stick. Staying loose here. Puck is just ahead of Rayfeld. Rayfeld gets a stick on it. He's going to backhand that one into the Minnetonka zone. Wildcats getting a change. Tonka quick on the regroup. Shot, pad saved by Rosine. Puck comes to Alex Schuler. Ricochets to Nora Puckner. Puckner will spin and send that one through the neutral zone. Taylor DeWolf on the forecheck. Good pass to the neutral zone for Tonka though. Here's Olena Nystrom battling for possession. Plays the puck to Alex Schuler. Schuler pass up ice to DeWolf. A D to center pass from Minnetonka, and they're up through the neutral zone. Bottoms throws it back in the neutral zone. Tonka back in. Good stick by DeWolf. Pass to the slot, poke checked away by Rosine. Shot from the point. It's traffic, and that one got redirected. The initial shot drew Rosine across the crease, and rebound was just inside of the post. Minnetonka strikes first, 7:16 remaining in the first period. Miller taking the draw for Waconia. Tonka cycle back to their defenseman. Jensen gave chase. Gained the red line and dump. Puck rings around the wall. Good play by Radford to get it to Schuler. Schuler pass to Jensen. Jensen driving wide. Picks up the puck on the wall. Pass off the wall to Spring. Spring will go back to Jensen. Puck poke checked away by Minnetonka. Radford gapping up. Here comes Tonka. Shot on Rosine. Blocker side goal. Tonka jumps up to a 2-0 lead over Waconia late in the first period. Shots on goal update. 7-5 in favor of Minnetonka. Waconia getting some scoring chances. Definitely don't want to give this Tonka team any more time and space than they already have. Rayfeld on the draw for Waconia. Plays it ahead. Tonka, D-to-D pass. Good pressure by Derringer. Senni helping on the attack. Puck rung up the wall to Bottoms. Bottoms takes a long shot. Paddle boarded away. Rebound picked up by Minnetonka. They start up ice. Rayfeld on the back check. Takes an angle. Good skating by the Minnetonka forward. Spins off the back check. Nystrom plays the puck to the opposite corner. Bottoms will pick it up. Looking for an option. Held in by Minnetonka. Puck is going to go to the opposite corner. Senni throws a pass up ice. Held in by Minnetonka. Bottoms pass up the wall to Derringer. Tonka defense. We're changing. Good pressure by Derringer. Line mates were off for a change. Don't want to give any free passes through the neutral zone. Here comes Nystrom behind the Waconia net. Crosses the goal line, turns back to the middle. Nystrom drives wide through the neutral zone. Still has it. Works behind the Minnetonka net. Pulls up the sidewall. Cross-ice pass to Schuler. Shot got blocked, and here comes the Skippers. Schuler on the back check. Pass off the wall to DeWolf. Hooker may have a play on it. Wildcats in a... Looks like they touched up. Everybody's on sides. DeWolf driving wide. Pass from the goal line from the back wall. Nobody home except for Tonka, and they're out through the neutral zone. Backhand pass to the net, broken up by the Wildcats. There's DeWolf, stick lifted. Strong back check by the Skippers. Spring. Surveys options, puck. Just got deflected. Radford, smart play. Camping out in the slot. There was a centering pass, and she was there. Rolling puck comes to Miller. Centering pass, misses the mark. Tonka stays on the attack. Shot and goal. Whole lot of traffic in front of Rosine. That one shot from the point. Down the back of the net. Wildcats finding themselves in some uncomfortable territory. 4:09 left in the first period, down 3 goals. Good news is there's a lot of time left. Bad news is you're down 3 goals. Here we go, Miller on the draw. Able to hold possession. Battle for the puck. Jensen has it. Working her way through a sea of blue. Schuler stepped in to help. Puck battle in the corner. Ella Schuler picks it up. Made a move on the goal line. Bennering pass to Jensen. Rattled around. That's another good look for Waconia. We'll get those ones to go. Pass off the wall. Bottoms has to hustle. She's going to play it off the wall to Schuler. Schuler, cross-ice pass. In Jensen's feet. Jensen and Miller will give chase. Puck comes back out of the neutral zone. Nystrom, cross-ice pass. Out ahead of Ella Schuler. Good stick by Radford. Tonka with a chance. Shot. Rosine makes the save. Playing out on the red paint. Taking away the angle. Keeping this a 3-goal game. 3:17 remaining in the first period. Wildcats defensive zone faceoff. Reese Rayfeld will take the draw. Runs it back. She'll pick up the puck. Plays it up the wall. Tonka reads the play. Shot from the point. It's traffic. Rebound. Saved by Rosine. Excellent save by Addie Rosine. Lock that pad down on the ice. Another chance for Tonka here. Puck rung up the sidewall. Loose puck comes to Rayfeld. Rayfeld looks middle. Pass hits Senny's skates. Rayfeld stays in the play, but there's Waconia, Derringer, and Senny. Wildcats just able to get some good sustained offensive zone time. Centering pass, deflected away by Spring. Played off the shin pads of a Minnetonka player. Tonka behind the Waconia D. Spring, good back check. Senny lost an edge. Bucks played up the wall, now down low. Rayfeld pass is going to come across ice. Plays off the wall to a safe area. Going to have no icing. Waconia will change all 3 forwards. Pass through the neutral zone is going to end up on Nystrom's stick. Sidesteps an opponent, cuts back to the middle. Mohawks away from traffic. Good pass to Schuler in the neutral zone. Schuler spins, finds DeWolf on the pass. Minnetonka able to force the turnover. Bottom short pass off the wall ahead to DeWolf. Bottoms has it again, working in the corner for Waconia. Spins away from pressure. Here comes Bottoms, turning up ice for Waconia. Drives wide, pulls up. Waconia is offside. Smart play by Alex Schuler to stay on sides. It's along the red line, driving wide. Skipper's shot from deep is going to be sticked away by Rosine. Backhanded to the opposite corner by Nystrom. 46 seconds remaining in the first. See if Waconia can get one before the period ends. And behind the 8 ball here, 3-0 deficit. High shot, blockered away by Rosine. Centering pass, steered away from danger by Nystrom. Wildcats just unable to win the races to the pucks. Play by Radford boxing out. Waconia gotta get there for the support. Puck sticked away by Rosine. Pass up the wall to Alex Schuler. Skate saved by Radford. That'll do it for the first period. Waconia. Time to reconvene and reflect. Get a shot of the bench. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Tuesday night game. See how Waconia does in the second period. Down 3-0. Shots on goal 12-6 in favor of Minnetonka. A shot of our Volunteers over there on the opposite side of the rink. We got Nolan, Kirsten, and Amanda. Trusted roles, timekeepers, penalty box attendants. Takes a village, I tell you. All right, teams will switch ends. Get going for the second period. Wildcats taking a little bit extra time to talk through what they're going to do in the second period. Miller, Jensen, and Schuler will be our forwards to start the second period. Kira Radford and Amelia Spring of defense. Puck drops. Face-off won by the Skippers. Up comes to Radford. She'll play that off the wall. Picked up by the defenseman from Minnetonka, and they'll drive into the offensive zone. Moving behind the net. Circling low to high. Shot from the point. Hits traffic. Spring plays it ahead to Jensen. Puck got poke checked away. Wildcats will dump. Puck will go on net. Quick pass off the wall. Tonka's out of the zone. They'll chip deep. Rosine will get a touch on it. Pass back to the net front. Miller on the back check. Puck's going to play to the point. Shot blocked by Spring. Backhand pass doesn't hit the mark. Radford runs into some traffic. Puck's bouncing around. Minnetonka just a little hungrier on the forecheck. Waconia bottling up the Wildcats. Miller and Schuler battling for possession. Refs urging them to play on. Puck looks like it's loose. Come out in the neutral zone. Jensen's going to chip that ahead to herself. Here comes Alexa Jensen, shot and a goal! A little backhand to forehand move, and Alexa Jensen gets the first one of the night for Waconia. I didn't see, I think it played, it was like a 50-50 puck, and Alexa got to it and just chipped it ahead. We'll have to check the replay for the assist on that one. Goal credited to Alexa Jensen. Wildcats eating into the deficit. 3-1 game in favor of Minnetonka. See if the Wildcats can strike again. Looks like Wildcats are going to go on the power play. Player is on the back check, and she pancaked Senny. In offensive zone face-off for Waconia. Waconia power play will be Rayfeld, Senny, and Derringer. Forwards, Nystrom, and Bottoms defense. Draw won by the Skippers. Wildcats got to attack here. Giving Tonka way too much time. Rayfeld on the back check. Player got tangled up with the referee. Shipped ahead by Nystrom. Senny on the pickup. Rayfeld to play it low to Senny. Senny ridden off the puck. Puck chipped into the neutral zone. Rayfeld's on the back check. Picks up the puck. Little sidestep to the middle. Still holds possession. Bouncing puck. Pass to Derringer. Derringer pass ahead to Senny. Tonka able to skate it away from danger. Find some time and space. Wildcats change up their power play unit. And Skippers will dump. Nystrom back to it first. Turns up ice, looks at options. She's going to work the middle. Nystrom drives on her forehand, goes wide, turns the corner, shot, hit the goalie high. That's going to go to the opposite boards. Schuler with pressure. Puck's played behind the net. Pressure by DeWolf. DeWolf has Schuler. Pass backhanded in on net. Covered by the goaltender for Minnetonka. 11:38 remaining in the second period. Miller, Jensen, and Schuler line will come out for the draw. We'll go to who's going to take it. Shipped out of the zone by Minnetonka. Spring hustles back to retrieve. Turns behind the net, she'll reverse. Pass got blocked, but it bounced to Miller. Miller will pass ahead to Jensen. Passes ahead of Jensen. I think that's going to be an ice, and it will be. Good hustle by number 18, Alexa Jensen. Puck drops. Jensen pushes through the pile. Puck is going to trickle in. I don't know if that's going to have enough. Schuler, referee waves off icing. Minnetonka turns up ice. They cross the red line. Driving wide, working along the goal line. Pass to the high point. Shot blocked by Miller. Miller will chip that ahead to Jensen. Whose puck picked up by Schuler. The players overskated it. Take that though. Minnetonka all the time in the world to work a D-to-D pass. Outlet pass. Rayfeld picks off the pass and pass back to the middle to Derringer. Puck came out of the zone and back in, and that'll be offsides.
How much Minnetonka was when we brought it onside?
It actually shouldn't be offsides if the team brings it back in. Yeah. Puck bounces back to Bottoms. Pass to Nystrom. Nystrom plays it into the offensive zone. Tonka pass up the wall, picked up by Rayfeld. Rayfeld's pass hits a skate. It'll trickle away to Nystrom. Nystrom's shot is blocked. That'll cross the blue line. Wildcats left to tag up. Nice play by Nystrom in front of the Waconia bench. Nystrom crosses the blue line. Pulls a move, Mohawks out. And Tonka. Shot saved by Rosine. Rosine kept the skate right on the post. Got the stoppage. 9:30 seconds left in the second period. Nora Booker comes in to take the draw, has DeWolf and it's like Alex Schuler at wings. Radford and Spring at D. Face off one to the wall. Radford pins that momentarily and looks for some space. Plays it back up the wall to DeWolf. Minnetonka working from the corner. Shot that caught a piece of Rosine. That one put some shin pads. The opposite boards. Shot from the point. Saved by Spring. Spring starts the rush for Waconia. Pass ahead to DeWolf, sticked away by the Skippers. Here, Radford will pass to the middle. Nora Puckner works into the skipper end. Here's Alex Schuler. Pass back to the slot. Minnetonka's home. No Wildcats. Nystrom on the back check. That one will play behind the Waconia net. Bottoms picks it up and starts up ice. Bottoms. Pass up ice to DeWolf. Wolf tried to chip it around the defender. Tonka will ring the puck around the wall, met by Alex Schuler. Yeah, Tonka just a lot of room to exit the zone. Shot well wide of the net. Waconia will get to the first touch. Nystrom will chip that through traffic. Kicked in the neutral zone by Jensen. Pressure from Jensen. Oh, Schuler able to clear the zone. Miller gives chase. Comes Miller on a breakaway. Backhand forehand shot. I don't know if it went wide or if the goalie got a stick on it, but another good chance for the Wildcats. Pass to the point. That one was going to pull Radford out of the zone. Minnetonka opportunistic on the turnover. Puck rolls in on Rosine. Chipped away. Schuler will reverse. Puck poke checked away. Radford steps in to help. Nystrom goes back to Schuler. Puck thrown to the slot by Minnetonka. Nystrom read it. She's off to the races. Nystrom drives wide. Low shot. Stick save and frozen by the Minnetonka goalie. And that was the play the Wildcats needed to get out of the zone. Alina Nystrom getting on her horse. Reese Rayfeld on the draw for the Wildcats. Face-off won by the Skippers. Good pressure by Sunny. Sunny tries to reverse, looking in the direction of Derringer. Puck held in at the blue line by Radford. Skippers escape the scrum with the puck and quick little regroup, and they're back out of the zone. They have a scoring chance here. Played back to the point. Shot, pad saved by Rosine. Another shot from the goal line. Pass out front. Tonka stays on the attack. Spinning pass, steered away by Radford. Pass is going to go to the opposite boards. Spring gets tangled up with the blue jersey. Rosine, pad save. Sticked away by Rayfeld. Rayfeld chips it up the wall, trying to fight through a check. And battle for the puck. Puck's down below the goal line. Long shift for Waconia. Shot and a goal. Kind of felt the ice tilted there. Just a quick shot from the point. Found its way into the back of the net. Oh, ooh. Sorry about that. guess I'm manhandling the tripod here. Waconia down a few goals, 4-1, 6:48 left in the second period. Face-off picked up. Loose puck was picked up by DeWolf. And DeWolf is going to pressure on the back check. Played to the point by Bottoms. Good tie-up by number 44, Mia Bottoms. Nora Puckner keeps her feet moving. We'll start the rush. Finds Taylor DeWolf. Pass bounces off her stick, and Minnetonka opportunistic on the turnover. Driving middle to the outside. Backhand to forehand. Rebound in the slot. Skated away by Puckner and played into the neutral zone. Minnetonka Skippers. Dominant team tonight so far. Wildcats have another period in front of them, but need to make a move now. Puck crosses into Minnetonka Skipper territory, back into the neutral zone. Good patience by Nystrom. Good concentration on the puck. She'll dump. Wildcats change all 5 players. Minnetonka has about 10 minutes to break the puck out. And they dump into the Wildcat end. Good reverse by Radford. Pass up the wall to Schuler. Miller hustles across ice. Schuler looking for Jensen. Jensen hustles to the puck. Reverses up the side wall. Leaves it for Spring. Spring's shot hits traffic. Jensen stays on the attack. Pucks into the neutral zone. Spring will collect. Look for Radford. Radford chips up the wall. Puck hung up in the referee's feet. Back into the Waconia end. I would give those guys credit. Look at that referee jumping out of the way. Jensen was behind the blue line, came in on the forecheck, and puck came back in the zone before she could tag up. Quick stop at 4:21 remaining in the second period. Rayfeld, Senny, and Derringer forwards for Waconia. Bottoms and Nystrom will be the defensemen. Face-off won by Rayfeld. Pass didn't find its way to the intended recipient. Nystrom shot from deep. And blocker save. Rayfeld ties up. Senny coming in to help. Hit from behind. Wildcats are going to go on the power play. Rayfeld skating the puck away, and for Derringer, it'll be a touch-up by the Skippers. cross-checking penalty against Minnetonka. Minute 30 power play for the Wildcats. Lucy Miller on the draw. Looks like Bottoms and Rayfeld will switch spots. Miller on the poke check. Apologies, Schuler. Schuler applying pressure. Coaches are yelling, 2 on the puck. Puck will come to Rayfeld. Rayfeld, cross-ice pass to Nystrom. Nystrom, whole lot of room in front of her. Shot, blocked. Nystrom will come back to get it. Miller will turn up ice. Pass hits some skates, picked up by Nystrom. Nystrom loads up a shot, hits a goalie high. A rebound by Jensen. Shot, going to go wide of the net. Miller pass to the point. Rayfeld has it. That's going to play off of a Minnetonka player. Schuler able to hold possession for the Wildcats. Jensen plays it deep to Miller. Puck comes to Rayfeld. Rayfeld. The whole possession. Minnetonka player fell down. Rayfeld's going to chip it down the wall. Jensen passed back up the wall to Rayfeld. Slap shot. Pad save. Rebound is behind the net. Picked up by Jensen. Clearing attempt held in at the blue line by the Wildcat. Shot by Rayfeld. Pad save and frozen. Waconia getting a couple scoring chances on their power play. Just about waning seconds of it. 9 seconds remaining on the clock. 2:37 left in the second period. Hookner on the draw for Waconia. Ties up, wins it back to Radford. Radford to Spring. Spring went for the one-timer. Up trickled into the opposite corner. Pressure by DeWolf. DeWolf will tie up the puck on the wall. Hookner steps in to help. Centering pass. This is the mark, and here comes the Skippers. Full strength. Alex Schuler on the touch on the wall. She'll spin and fire it down ice. That will be icing against Waconia. 2:04 left in the second period. Defensive zone face-off for the Wildcats. They'll have Rayfeld, Senny, and Derringer coming out as forwards, and Radford and Spring as defensemen. Well, we actually have Bottoms and defensemen did change up, so we've got Bottoms and Nystrom off for Waconia. Wildcats had 6 to start the face-off. Rayfeld wins the draw to the wall. Nystrom's there. She'll play it to the opposite corner. Pass comes to the slot. Played back to the wall. Nystrom loses an edge behind the net. She needs some help. Rayfeld throws it back to the opposite side. Derringer meets it. And shot ricochets around and doesn't end up on net. Sonny loses an edge. Wildcats just overskating the puck and just need to calm it down a little bit. Here comes Nystrom. Nystrom starts up ice. Pass cross ice to Derringer. Derringer will play it deep into the zone, but Minnetonka just easily breaking the puck out. Lucy Miller sidesteps a couple blue jerseys. Puck poke checked away. Poke checked again by Pass by Bottoms into the neutral zone. Good pass from Jensen to Schuler. Schuler's shot's going to be wide of the net. Jensen working on the wall. Has Schuler stepping in to help. Ella Schuler. Loose puck comes to Lucy Miller. Puck gets a little too far out in front of her. Jensen pulls up behind the net. 9 seconds on the clock. Woo. Chance for the Wildcats. Spinning shot by Jensen. Saved. 0.8 seconds left on the clock. Put a right-handed face-off shot on the draw and throw it to the net. Miller and Schuler will switch spots. Miller left-handed shot, electing for Schuler to shoot it. That's how fast it happens. 0.8 seconds, you can get a puck to the net. All right, Wildcats down 4-1 to the Minnetonka Skippers. We got a short minute break, and we'll come back for the third period. All right, whoever's in charge of the music is trying to get the Wildcats fired up, and maybe give them some, I don't know, maybe a Mountain Dew and Jolly Ranchers or something. Throw some sugar at them.
First day back to school, what's up?
Maybe that's it. Coming back off the holiday break. Here comes Waconia. Puckner to take the draw for the Wildcats. Alec Schuler and Taylor DeWolf at her wings. Puckner ties up on the draw, allows Schuler to pick up the puck. Shot. Pad save into the corner. Puck played up to the point. Slap shot by Nystrom. Partially blocked. Spinning shot by Puckner is blocked. Minnetonka Skippers move through the neutral zone. They're going to drive wide. Shot's going to be wide of the net. Picked up at the hash marks. Good tie up by Bottoms. Skippers centering pass. Doesn't connect. That'll come out into the neutral zone. Tony gives chase. Taylor DeWolf caught a piece of the puck. Alec Schuler comes across ice. Tonka defense, just good skaters through the neutral zone. Nystrom able to force a turnover. Cross ice into the direction of DeWolf. Cross ice pass by the Skippers. Shot from a short angle. Nystrom battling for it. Rosine tight on the post. Nystrom will play it back in the opposite corner. Schuler gives chase. Radford's there too. Radford on the tie-up behind the Waconia net. Puckner evens the odds of a 2-on-2 battle on the wall behind the net. They'll come up to the point. Minnetonka defense pinch. Smart play. Shot hits traffic. DeWolf able to get it out of the zone. Puckner, she'll dump deep. Stays on the attack. Smart play. Good attack by Puckner. Minnetonka players on top of the puck. So she got a little dinged up. Puck still loose. Referee says play on. There's Jensen behind the net. Pass to Spring. Spring shot. It's traffic. Loose puck comes to Jensen. Jensen to the point. Shot by Bottoms. Pad save. Schuler and Miller trying to get possession of it. Apologies, Schuler and Jensen. Pinch by Spring. Puck still comes out through the neutral zone. Bottoms will retrieve. Just come back to the puck. She's going to box out. Tonka picks up the loose puck on the wall. Puck rims to the opposite corner. Ella Schuler gains possession. Passing attempt blocked. Centering pass by the Tonka Skippers is going to go cross ice. Puck held in by the Skippers. Quick regroup and a dump, but referees are going to blow that one down for an offsides against Minnetonka. 11:40 remaining in the third period. Wildcats down 3 goals, 4-1. Score in favor of the Minnetonka Skippers. Pass picked off, almost picked off by Derringer. Looks like one of the players on the bench lost their glove. Poke check by Zolina Nystrom. Retreats deep into the Waconia end. Centering pass off of Rosine. Puck battle on the wall. Chipped ahead by Derringer. Puck's going to play deep into the zone. Nystrom will pick it up behind the Waconia net. Rayfeld throws the puck back to the opposite side. Held in. Rolling puck caught in Radford's skates. So reverse back behind the net. Nystrom. Looking for Senny. Nobody home at the blue line for the Skippers. Wildcats will change all 3 forwards. DeWolf got on the ice first. Get into a lane. Here we go. Chance for Waconia. Puckner drives in the offensive zone looking for DeWolf. Pass deflected, maybe off of the skate. It's going to come back to Bottoms. Bottoms regroup pass to Spring. Spring playing catch with Mia Bottoms. Touch pass to Taylor DeWolf. DeWolf to Puckner. And Alex Schuler may have gotten the skate on it, but Minnetonka Skippers able to dump and change. 9:50 left in regulation. Spring turns up ice, snaps a hard pass cross ice to Schuler. Skippers driving wide, puck caught up in some skates. Let's see what the call is. Referee waves off icing. No Wildcats to be seen. Tonka Skippers drive below the goal line. Pass off the wall. Jensen's going to get to that puck first. Here comes Alexa Jensen. Has more in the tank. Shot. Save pass. Miller's there on her backhand to Schuler. Puck's still loose. And it's skated away and cleared. No ice. Chance for the Tonka Skippers. Radford winning the race to the rolling puck. Puck was still loose. Referee's going to blow it down. Good end-to-end action. For what it's worth, pretty exciting. Wildcats need to get one of those bounces to go their way. Alexa was absolutely flying on that one to get to that rolling puck. Miller on the draw for the Wildcats. Runs it to the wall. Spring plays it ahead, held in at the blue line, and chipped deep. Schuler with the stick check, able to force the turnover. Amelia Spring crosses into skipper territory. Shot on net is going to be a pad save into the corner. Backhand lifted high through the neutral zone. Bottoms will pick it up. Turns back up ice. Pass found Ella Schuler. Miller spins against the grain, looking for Schuler. Step to the middle. Shot, pad, saved by Rosine. Spring pass ahead to Derringer. Avery Derringer will skip that around traffic. Rayfeld will hustle to the rolling puck. Comes around the net. Puck isn't calming down for her. She's going to leave it for Nystrom. Shot's going to go wide of the net. Actually, pad save. Puck's going to roll to the high slot, picked up by Nystrom. Minnetonka shot blocked by Radford and carry behind her net. Pass to Senni was blocked. It was a shot. And hit Nystrom. I don't think that found its way all the way to Rosine. Radford passing the neutral zone to DeWolf. Chip deep into Wildcat end. 6:45 left in regulation. Time is running out. See what the Wildcats can do. DeWolf driving wide. Puck poke checked away. Hookner tried to hold it in the zone. Came out in the neutral zone. Bottoms pass to Spring. Spring is going to go up ice to Alex Schuler. Schuler finds a way into the zone. DeWolf from the goal line. Pass to Puckner. Shot saved. Tonka goaltender just got her leg across. Puck's going to find its way all the way down to Rosine. She'll play it to the corner to Spring. Spring loses an edge. The referee saw the stick go into the skates, and Wildcats get another chance. 6:05 remaining in regulation. Will go up one player. Tripping penalty against the Minnetonka Skippers. Lucy Miller on the draw for Waconia. Board play in front of the Tonka bench. Wildcats up a player. They need to put two players on the puck. Make sure they keep possession. Spring looks into the corner, moves down along the goal line. That one will be cleared up to the blue line, held in by Miller. Miller loads up a shot, wide of the net. Plays to the point. Here's Bottoms. Bottoms, one-timer by Spring. Miller behind the net, centering pass. Spring loads up another shot. Glove save. Pass in the 5-minute mark. That might have been a centering pass by Jensen. Goaltender got a stick on it, and she opts to freeze. Puck drops. Tonka gain possession. Poke check by Rayfeld. Puck comes to Senni. Senni back to Rayfeld. Rayfeld trying to get it to Derringer in the net front, but two Tonka jerseys there. Senni battle on the wall. Rayfeld throws it to the middle. Tonka players just read it, and they're off to the races. Nystrom. Senny may have a chance on it. 50-50 puck. Back check by the Minnetonka defense. Senny still battling, looking for help. Rayfeld has it. Rayfeld's pass partially blocked. Shot by Nystrom. Blocked. Schuler starts her shift. She's going to have to tag up. So I think it goes the other way too. Like on a zone entry, you can drag your foot, and as long as you're touching the blue line, you're on sides.
Wasn't quite there.
She wasn't quite there. Maybe her leg just isn't quite long enough. Thought we were close.
I don't think she realized how short her legs were. Like I think she thought she was
Stretch. Spring on the tie up. Comes out of the pile with the puck. Tonka skipper is able to find that time and space to frustrate the Wildcats all night. And it's one of those games, though, you got to play them tight and don't give them the time and space. Shot, toe saved by Rosine. The Wolves' pass is just ahead of Alex Schuler. Hookner on the attack. Has Schuler in support. The Wolf as well. Puck crosses the blue line. Tied up on the wall, just crossing the 3-minute mark remaining in the third period. Pass middle of the ice, picked off by Nystrom. Nystrom picks up a loose puck in front of the Minnetonka bench. She throws it deep. Breakout pass held in at the point by Nystrom. She'll chip deep in the direction of Jensen. Jensen back to Nystrom. Nystrom loads up a shot. Wide of the net. Lucy Miller will get first touch. Caught under, looked like a little alligator roll there by both players. Still a battle for possession. Tonka skates away with it. Schuler on the back check. Tonka will change. A 3-goal lead. Nystrom. Opportunistic play. Loads up a shot. Going to be wide of the net. Tonka was changing all 5 players, though, and that's Wildcats have been doing that and giving Minnetonka a whole lot of time. Stick handling move by Schuler to move it up ice to Jensen. Couldn't track it down. Here comes Lucy Miller. Shot, toe save. Rebounds below the goal line. Miller's still working. Jensen too. Puck rung up the wall. Bottoms fires a shot from deep. It's the goaltender right square in the M, and stoppage, minute 19 remaining. Rayfeld, Senny, and Derringer on the ice for Waconia. Forwards, Spring and Bottoms, defensemen. Skippers drive wide into Waconia and pull up at the goal line. Centering pass. Going to go in through the slot. Pass off the wall to the point. Shot. Blocked by Spring. She'll skate it up ice. Wildcats offsides. 53 seconds remaining. Change up the defenseman. We'll leave our forwards the same. We'll have Radford and Nystrom. Radford's going to have to hustle to get to it. Derringer helps, but the Tonka forecheck just too much. Nystrom reverses behind the net. Pass to Derringer. Rayfeld plays it off the boards to herself. And back check by the Skippers. Puck held in at the blue line by Radford. Blocked by Minnetonka and pushed through the neutral zone. 13 seconds remaining. That comes to the point. Shot blocked. And the buzzer will sound, and that will do it. Tough showing for Waconia. Coming off the holiday break.
We get to see them one more time in February.
It's full of cheese and sugar all month. Yeah, I believe they get to square off against the Skippers one more time this season. Final matchup will be the tail end of the season in February. Well, that'll do it for tonight. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. We'll see you guys on the next one. Have a great night.
Varsity game over.